You are now live.
Oh. Wow, 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 wow. I'm live. Hello. Hello, everyone. Okay. Hello, Oja. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Okay, I will call our guests now. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Zara Bint, Badira, Hafiz Bello, thank you so much for joining. Oh, Adeleke Adebayo, thank you so much. Aww, I'm in love with you too. Thank you, Sarah Bint. Thank you. Aww, thank you. Oh, let's go now. Okay, it's 5 o'clock already, so we're going to call our guests now. Let's hope he picks soon. Thank you. Ẹ kú àlàjá ọdún o. Ẹ̀mí á ṣe púpọ̀ ẹ̀ o. We are expecting Yoruba Pikin. We can call him without being online now.
Yeah?
We can call him without being online. Thank you so much. I'm also waving at you guys. Hello. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate this. We are expecting our guests. Yoruba Pikin just joined. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Tolu, Mide, thank you so much. Saeed Muhammad, thank you. He has joined. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Baraka, Mide, how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, I'm so glad. I also want to share with you. I want us to know how they do things abroad, especially for those of us that are abroad. And we are so excited Yoruba Pikin is part of us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So thank you for honoring us.
Since we are online.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And for the Christian guys too, thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone. Oh, the love is much. I'm in Songo Shaki. I'm currently in Songo Shaki, and I wish to show you guys. I'm sure a lot of us are not at home, and I wish to show you guys what this place looks like. You see, our normal trading center. Ewa Rajao. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Abi, I should take you through Shaki. You want to have a feel of how Shaki is. Hope my voice is audible enough. I'm fine, Saeed. I'm fine. Yoruba Pikin is with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're putting a call through to Yoruba Pikin now. No. No. Wow! I'm so shy to see you. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. What about you, sir?
We are fine, we're doing good.
Oh, I don't know your wife is going to be joining us. This is so
Well, yeah,
amazing. Thank
she is
you.
here. We want to do this together.
Wow, I'm so
I
grateful.
hope you have enough questions for her also.
Oh, a lot to ask her.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you so much for joining us, sir. So,
You're welcome.
sir, we want you to introduce yourself to our audience, sir.
Okay. So, should I start or do you want my wife to start?
She should start. Female first.
Okay, they want you to start.
Okay.
Female first.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good.
yes, Ekurole Orukomini Natalia.
Wow. Wow.
I'm so, I was just hearing the sound of Nigeria and,
This is Nigeria. This is
I
Nigeria.
miss that so much. Yes, exactly.
Nigeria.
Nigeria never sleeps.
This is a shop.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing Indomie somewhere in the back.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so my name is Natalia Mufutau. How long we've been together? We've been together for about 10 years now.
Wow.
I'm a CEO. I have my own company. We are doing the portable sanitation.
Wow.
What would you like to do? What
You
else would
tell
you
them
like to know?
everything that
Don't
comes to
worry,
your mind.
we
You are
have
a mother,
a lot of
you are a
questions for
wife,
you.
Yeah, so I'm
entrepreneur.
Yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a mentor and a big supporter of women. So I see you. Actually, I'm very proud of you. How many interviews have you conducted before?
I think like 2 of this, and I'm so excited. At the same time, I feel a little bit of like anxiety, especially seeing you join it
normal.
inside that of.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's normal. It was the same with us when we were doing our first interviews. I think it's normal. It's just I was telling to my husband today that it became fun now, because it's like we have an opportunity to get to know the second person, and there is this energy between people when they talk. So I'm very happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you too, especially you. I'm so happy you're joining us.
Okay, so now you guys are trying to be one-sided now.
No,
it's women power.
No problem.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem. When you need us, it's men word. But
it's always our word, sir. It's always
no
our
problem.
word.
No problem.
Okay,
I agree.
Okay, sir. Can you tell us a little bit about you?
Okay, so my name is Mufuta Adewumi Waliu. I live in Finland with my family.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I moved here, I think, 13 years ago. After I graduated from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, I studied computer engineering. And right now, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a husband. I'm a father, and I'm from Boru's family. Our family house is at Okeelefu.
Ile Boru.
Jackie. So Ile Boru, thank you very much. So I think that's all for now.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. We see that you've been doing a lot. The first time I was going to watch you, I didn't actually know that you're from Shaki. So I watched you from a very different angle, and I was so excited to see what you do. And now knowing that you're from Shaki, I'm so happy about this. Like I feel like yeah. So like, how did you start this journey? What made you think about this? How did you start?
Okay, so when you ask me about how did I start, I mean we can talk about it in different way.
Okay.
You mean how did I start my journey as a father raising multilingual kids, or my journey? I mean my individual journey as a person. I mean where I grew up from, how I got to Finland and stuff like that. So you need to be specific.
Okay, so refresh my question. I think I'm more particular about how you started your journey raising multilingual children.
Okay. So well,
it started from me.
Can you let me talk?
I know.
Can you let me talk? So
I mean, because I gave them life.
Let me give you all the commendation. Before, I'm still coming there.
No, okay.
So well, the journey started like around. I mean, our journey as a couple or partner started like 10 years ago. But the journey of raising polyglots, like multilingual kids, started like 5 years ago when we had our first child, Yacoob. One thing I would like to say is that this is the backbone of the journey. She is the inspiration behind everything you see us doing on the internet today. I mean, she's the bigger part of it.
Okay.
She's the bigger part of it. I kind of derived all the inspiration from her.
Okay.
Because I mean, she started speaking
Did she
to Yacoob.
did she start by like maybe kind of making you teach them Yoruba? Did she mandate it?
No,
Or
she didn't. Actually,
okay.
it was a collective agreement, actually. But when I said that, I mean, I derived the inspiration from her because when she was carrying Yacoob, she
Okay.
started singing, reading books to him.
Wow.
And this kind of got to me. She would tell me to do the same thing also.
Wow.
Apart from the fact that I come from a society whereby there's a lot of societal influence when it comes to marrying a foreigner, for example, she kind of inspired me when I realized she was speaking to Yacoob, and when we gave back to Yacoob, she continued to speak to Yacoob.
Wow.
So she gave me the push. We all need this kind of partner in our life who will give us a tap at the back that, not for us to derail from whatever we are doing. So she is the inspiration.
Wow.
Apart from that, a lot of inspiration came from my parents also.
Okay.
That I believe we'll get there. So
Okay.
don't let me answer everything. Inspiration came from my parents, from my wife, from the society in general.
I'm so glad. Thank
Welcome.
you. The next question is, I want to know. I know that the pressure about Nigerian parents on their kids marrying Nigerians is always on their eyesight. I know a couple of parents will even like to call you and say, "We have a wife for you. We have a girl you're going to like. Can you? Why do you choose Mrs. Natalia?
Oh, thank you.
Why should the one? Why should the one?
Well, did you choose me or did I choose you?
Only God knows.
Okay, so only God knows. But in the beginning, I never had anything like that in mind, to be honest.
Okay.
When I moved to Finland, I had a girlfriend then who happens to be from Shaki also. She's from Shaki. And the kind of influence that you get from your parents as a lady when you're about to graduate from the university, the pressure is always too much. And one way or the other, we ended the relationship.
Okay.
We ended the relationship, and there was this kind of I was a little bit skeptical about whether I should marry from Nigeria or I should marry from here, knowing fully well that I've been away from home for quite a long time. And relationship you need to groom the relationship. You need to get to know each other. I didn't have that opportunity.
There's something also about her that I'm a little bit I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you got her, but I know that most Nigerian men that marry from outside, they particularly marry for some purpose, and they don't get beautiful women like this. They get old women that they want to marry for passport and everything. So
well, when you marry for purpose, of course, all of us marry for purpose. It's just different. We all marry for a purpose. And one thing I would say is that you need love. Love should be the foundation of your relationship. When your foundation is built on relationship, you see us. We are one of the craziest couple, But whatever happened between us, we always try to find our way back to each other.
Wow.
This is what happened when your relationship is built on love.
Wow.
When you have any other reason, when you build your relationship on any other reason, it will be very, very difficult for you to find your way back to each other. Wow. Sometimes we ask each other, when we had issues in the past, we have asked each other, why are we even together? Why are we even together? We were not able to explain this.
Wow.
So this tells you that this relationship is deeper than what you can see with your eyes. And I would advise us to build every relationship on love.
Wow.
It should be the foundation of every love.
Well, thank you so much. I love your answer. Let me shout out to some of the people that are viewing us.
Yeah, I believe.
Official Igbagbo, thank you so much. Afolabi, Anu, Wumi. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Give
And
a
they
shout
said they
out
love
to
you.
my family also. I have a newfound family now.
Wow.
The Agbainaki Republicans. They are
And
my new family. You need to give a shout out to
shout
them.
out
I
to
can see Nusira
Agbainaki. Thank you
Oladosu.
so much.
You know, my people are joining the
Thank you
show.
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, my next question for you. I want to know how the sequence of how you gave birth to your children. I don't know
Okay.
if that's so personal.
No, it's not personal, is it?
Okay.
The sequence of how we give back to our children.
No.
I mean, Yacoob was first.
Yes.
He came in 2015, and
Okay.
then followed by the twins, Camille and Adam.
They are twins.
They are twins. Yeah, they are.
Ah.
You don't know?
Wow, I don't know. I used to think one is older than one.
This is Yabeji you are seeing there.
Wow,
Yabeji
here. I don't know.
Ejire Oyila. Edwin Jobi.
Yeah. Allah.
Thank you very much.
Did you hear that?
Did you understand what I said? Allah means God will take care of them.
Okay, Eshego.
You're welcome, ma. You're welcome. So Yacoob and Yacoob is the first one.
Then twins came in 2016. They have like around 15 months apart.
Yes, about.
Yeah, about 15 months.
Wow, that's great.
But there's one thing unique about them. They love this number, 29th. So Yacoob was born on the 29th of March. Twins were born on the 29th of June.
Yes.
Wow.
So their birthday is coming.
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Really, Yeti Mama, thank you. Wow, my people are joining.
They are really joining. You are really joining. Eshego, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. The next question for you is that we want to know, like, we know that the twins, the kids don't just speak only Yoruba and English.
Yeah.
I think they speak other languages too. Four? Wow. So I don't know, how do you guys do it? Like, what's the ideology? How do you teach it? Is it that you consciously teach it, or you just pick it and they pick it? They pick the languages.
You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, let me. Well, okay. So, we decided that since we are a biracial family.
Okay.
I mean, she's from Poland and I'm from Nigeria in Yoruba. We decided that I should stick to Yoruba. You know, speak only Yoruba, purely Yoruba to the children. Okay. We did a lot of research in the beginning, right? Just to make sure that we get it right. Okay. So I stick to Yoruba, and then you stuck to Polish language because we live in Finland. The kids will automatically speak Finnish. There's nothing you can do about that. It's like when as a Yoruba, when you live in the north, you know, your kids will speak Hausa.
Hausa, yeah.
So they speak Finnish. We know that they will speak Finnish because we live in Finland. And then the English part of it, we play a lot of English cartoons for them. And me and my wife will communicate in English. So, you know, kids are very smart. They will pick it, whether you like it or not.
So they're picking the Yoruba. When you speak the Yoruba, you're not speaking to her, right? You're not like conversing with her in Yoruba. No. So is it that you just directly speak to the kids in Yoruba and you expect them to pick it, or like get
so
or something?
You know what? You see, my wife here speak purely Polish to the children. Okay. And she will speak to them as if she's speaking to an adult. You know, there's nothing like you know, breaking in the she will just speak like as if she's speaking to an adult. So I picked this strategy from her. So when I speak Yoruba to the children, I speak as if I'm speaking to you, to an adult.
Wow.
You know. And of course, at some point, I was a little bit afraid because I was speaking to our firstborn and he wouldn't even respond to me. So I was a little bit afraid that what have I got myself into? What if these kids do not even speak Yoruba in the end? You know, how am I going to communicate with my child? So, you know, yeah, exactly. So, but in the end, my mom came. You know,
Wow.
when my mom came, I
When
think
Yacoob was 1?
no, when he was 2. Yacoob was, we gave birth to twins in 2016.
Yes.
So, I mean, my mom came, and then the magic happened. You know,
Okay.
so everything had been kind of like, feeding into him. He
Okay.
was kind of assimilating everything. And when my mom came, after like 2 days, he just exploded. So he started
Wow.
speaking.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that was it.
Wow.
The rest was history, they say.
Okay, I think I want to direct this question to Mrs. Natalia. You
Okay.
guys have been doing this since 2015, since Yacoob came, and you've been doing it perfectly well. And at a point, I don't know when exactly you went online, to teach other people to. I don't know what motivates you, but I really want to know what geared you to go online, to think that what you're doing is something that other people should know about.
That's the question.
Yeah.
So I think in the beginning I didn't understand the fact that many Yorubas don't speak their own language to their children. So there are many Yorubas in the city where we live, and like people were always amazed when while you was talking to the kids and they were responding, because
Wow.
most of those people that live here, they spoke English to their kids or Finnish. So they started actually asking my husband, like, okay, how do you do that? Maybe you can share some tips with us. And then I think you got encouraged by that, and then he opened the channel. I wasn't that much.
Kind of.
I mean, I was always in support because I always support everything he does. But to me, I didn't see that it will bring so much value into people's life, because when I see some people sharing the stories or sending us message that their kids are
Wow.
speaking Yoruba, and thanks to our children, actually it's amazing. It's like I never expect that this will grow so much, and I
Wow.
see that it's growing. So
Wow.
it's amazing.
Wow.
I'm very
Thank you
proud of
so
my
much.
husband.
Proud of you too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's proud of you too. And we are proud of you. Like, we are really proud. I'm so emotional about this because you are the one that allows it. You're the one.
She is.
You're everything. You're everything. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You mentioned mommy. I don't know. I want to ask you another question as to that. How did you accommodate your mother-in-law when she came? She's Yoruba. She doesn't.
Make a greet, Mama. My Mama is Ramota Arike Mufutau. Yes. If I see, yes, I hope she's watching us. So it was not easy. Especially she came when the twins were born. So Yacoob was about 1. And then she had her own way of taking care of the kids, which were a bit different than mine. For example, starting from the fact that in Nigeria, you bath twice a day, for example. In Poland, we bath in the evening.
Wow.
So there were like this, with the food differences, like in general, maybe that there were quite many differences between me and her, but she was really trying. She was, for example, helping me to breastfeed the twins. And it's not something that a normal mother-in-law in Poland would do. So I felt a little bit, she wanted to press my stomach and do this hot stuff, and yeah. So this was something that was a little bit, it was shocking to me.
Wow. But did you enjoy it?
Yeah, because I could see that she's doing her best. It wasn't also easy for her to. Okay. It wasn't easy for her to be in the new country. It was cold. Afterwards, it was about -20.
Yeah, it was really cold.
So she was, my mother-in-law was pushing the stroller in Finland, with the kids, because I told her that she should take them out, because this is the tradition here that you take out the kids even when they are small, or they sleep in the balcony. So to get as much fresh air as possible. So she was wearing 3 layers of clothes, 3 layers of gloves, cap, and the very heavy shoes. But she was still doing it, and I'm very proud of her, the way she accommodated also, like to a new environment. The 50 degrees difference between Nigeria and Finland. So I think maybe in the beginning I didn't appreciate it that much because it was still a new situation to me, as having a twins, 3 kids, you know, and the mother. So imagine you just deliver twins and then you have a mother-in-law at home as well, and then you have a husband. So there is a lot of responsibilities, and it's a new situation to you. But she's been like, she comes about twice a year now to visit us. The last time she stayed 1 year, for example.
Wow.
But I must say that I respect a lot of Nigerian women, especially women in the age of my mother-in-law, but she's very flexible. And she always tries to make sure that I'm fine. And I really appreciate that.
Wow, that's really great. I think she's just a good person. And I think you're a good person too. You could have, given her all the attitude and everything, and you could have rejected a lot of things that she offered to do, and it would have gone sour. Instead of, you called her Ramota Arike. That's my mom's name too. She's late now.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, yeah. That's nice.
Exact name, Ramota Arike. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I think I saw your picture. You again. I think I saw one of your picture where you came to Nigeria. That means you've been to Nigeria before. It's an old picture. I was searching through one person's.
Yeah, so it was 8 years ago.
Yeah, the first one was 8 years ago.
It's really an old picture. The people that were in that picture, Bodawa Liu, Bodaido Master.
Yeah. It was actually during the when Taiwo's wedding.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's true.
That means you've been to Nigeria. I want you to like tell us what was different when you came to Nigeria. What was it like?
So of course it started from the airport where there was no AC, but then I kind of like, it was just the beginning.
There's still no AC right now, but we are cool.
I have learned that afterwards. But then I think what I loved from the first sight, it was that people are very friendly and they are very welcoming. And what I realized that sometimes people offer you something that they don't have, like they, even with the food, sometimes they will eat less to give you. To you as a guest. So that's what I appreciated a lot. In general, I love the food. I cook the Nigerian food myself, so I was just kind of like doing the tasting. So what I can cook, I always eat something, then I check online how I can cook that, and then I cook that. So and then I love Okada. Okada is my thing as well. So so anytime
I'm still going to take Okada home today.
I wish
wow.
I could. But I even take Okada myself. When I'm in Lagos, normally I try to kind of like, it's, I see Nigeria as my second home. Wow. Actually a third second, so I try to be independent, even though my husband says sometimes it's dangerous, but I take Okada alone, not long distances. The
last time it was long distance. Abba, see, the last time we were in Nigeria, that was like 1 year ago. She took Okada from Victoria Island to Festac. You know, from VI to mainland.
Wow.
I mean, she was going for a meeting and there was traffic jam. Wow. So she had to hop into on Okada, right? Alone.
Wow.
Alone.
And you are not scared, right?
I mean, people, I because I was in a taxi and then I got stuck in the traffic. So then I just saw the Okada station and I just left the taxi. Maybe I didn't think too much about it, but I was wearing high heels and then the people were just looking at me like, what is she doing? And then they refused to take me. They told me that on this side no one is going. It's true. On this side no one is going to this direction. They told me I have to cross the street.
Wow.
And then so apparently someone helped me in the end. But it was fun. Nigeria is a lot of fun. I love clubbing as well.
We clubbed in Shaki once also, even though it wasn't a normal clubbing.
Yeah.
But there was this hotel there was this hotel before you get to Ajegunle. I forgot the name. It's on the right hand side.
Is it Freedom?
I think it's Freedom. So we used to stay there.
Okay.
Anytime we are in Shaki.
I think it's Freedom.
Yeah. It was really nice there.
Oh,
Really nice.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're really making this fun. And everyone, thank you so much for joining. The people that just joined, the people that have been with us.
Oh, Riverside,
yeah, it was Riverside. It was Riverside.
Exactly.
It was
Riverside. Okay.
It was Riverside.
Okay, you thought at Riverside.
Yeah.
That's the big thing we have in Shaki, but we are beginning to have new ones. So the next time you come, I'm sure that you're going to enjoy new places.
It was the Fuji Valentine party. So it was my first time in Nigeria. You know, first time Valentine and the Fuji music, and then I think the light was off. At some
Does
point.
it listen to Fuji music? Doesn't listen to.
That's what she's telling you.
I mean,
the first time.
I like the Nigerian music, but the Fuji maybe is too traditional to me. But and my husband loves it a lot.
That's our thing. But I'm sure you get to come around.
Yeah.
Mr. Waliu, sir.
Yeah.
Our question for you again now is, I want to know, in your own opinion, you've been with Mrs. Natalia for 10 years and you're training kids to speak like 4 different languages. You're doing an amazing work, I must say.
Thank you.
On the other side, do you think she's also getting along well the way the kids are getting along? I mean the languages. I mean the Yoruba language. Is she getting to? I saw that she mentioned, when she mentioned to us her name, she spoke Yoruba and everything went smooth. Yeah, the dialect was smooth. But
right from the beginning,
you know more than us.
Yeah, so from the beginning, she had more interest in Yoruba.
Okay.
I mean, when you compare that to me having interest in Polish language, I mean, it wasn't like I didn't have interest, but it's just that as a man, I just have too much to think about. So, I mean, picking up a new language has been very, very difficult for me. So, but she was really, really passionate about Yoruba language. When we were dating, she used to write love letter to me in Yoruba. You know, I don't know how she was able to do it.
Did she do the toasting?
Yeah, she used to write love letter to me in Yoruba. Wow. I would say that she's really getting along well when it comes to Yoruba language compared to me. I mean, learning her language. Wow. And that's one area that I really need to put more effort in. I started to learn more from the children also, because of course they speak Polish. And because they speak Polish most of the time, I mean, sometimes when they are playing, they switch the language anyhow they want it. You know, they can decide to speak Yoruba when they are playing, but they speak more Polish when they are playing. You know, when they are playing among themselves. So I started to pick more Polish language from them also. You know, I mean, and that's it. She's getting along very well.
Yeah, I've learned today. Is it Poketa?
Boketa, okay.
Poketa, Pokeji. Yes.
Bokeni.
So I've learned from them today.
Bokeni, first position.
Pokeni, yes.
Pokeji is second position.
Second, so Ibeji, Pokeji.
And they are taking advantage of us now. So they are so smart that they understood the fact that when mommy is speaking, daddy doesn't understand. So if you tell them something, if they don't really like it, they will come to me and kind of fabricate it. So they change it. Yeah, they do that a lot. So they will now change it. They will when they explain to me in Yoruba, they will just change it. So I would ask their mom, did you tell Yacoob or did you tell Camille this or did you tell Adam? No. She said, no, I didn't say that though. And I will call them. Why did you tell me that your mom said it? And then they will start to look like this. So then you know that.
That's mischief. Kids are always full of mischief.
But seriously, she has really embraced the language more than I do. I must give that to her. Seriously, she has really embraced the language. She has embraced the culture. And one thing is also that Polish people, they are more or less like Nigerians, to be honest. They are very traditional. So I do call them Nigerians in Europe. Wow. Do you get the point now? So, I mean, our brother has been to Nigeria many times also. He has been to Saki also many times.
Your car?
He was even driving in Nigeria. Anytime we go to Nigeria with our brother, he's my driver in Nigeria.
Wow.
So, you know, for you to know how rugged they are, how they are very accommodating also. Very, very accommodating.
You are really lucky. You're really lucky.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Mrs. Natalia. Thank you.
Don't let your head swell. Don't let your head swell. They are praising you too much. Don't praise her too much now. Your head will start to swell.
Thank you, sir. So, you have a channel where you get to come around with content consistently, and you are an entrepreneur. She's also an entrepreneur. That means you people have a lot of engagement personally too. Your businesses, you have to come up with something almost every time. How do you do this? Like how do you do this? Like how do you come up with content? How do you? I don't know.
Okay, well let me go first. Well, my wife is she's routine oriented. You know, she likes to plan things.
Okay.
And this is one of the area where they had issue with my mom when she came here. Because you know, our moms, they would like to do things just the way it comes.
Just the way it comes.
But she is routine oriented. She likes to plan everything. So because she was able to plan everything, it has really made our life better in terms of management and everything. It's a lot of work, to be honest. I mean, you're very right. It's a lot of work, but we've been able to get along well. I mean, because of her. And also, most of the content that we put out there, a lot of our videos, they are raw videos. Like, meaning we don't really do any rehearsal. We don't practice beforehand. So when kids are doing something, when I realize they are doing something interesting, I just pick up the phone and I start recording them.
Wow.
So like, it's not like we normally teach them what to say. Like, say it like this. No, they are just flowing naturally. But when it comes to the program that we are doing with
Agbainaki,
my shout out to the whole Agbainaki Republicans.
Family.
Thank you so much for joining us live. So when it comes to that program, we need a lot of preparation, you know, and she has always been there, helping us out with, selecting the attire that they are going to put on, making sure that they bath at the right time, giving them food because if you don't give them food, you are going to be in trouble. So she has to feed them before the program. And Agbainaki also is such an amazing guy. You know, he has always come up with the kind of content that children can relate with. So we have never had any problem when it comes to shooting our video. The content are always on point, not so difficult for kids to kind of like acclimatize themselves with. So he's a great script writer, I would say. And well, let me just say my wife is behind, making sure that everything flows well without
Mrs. Natalia, you can bring the kids. Let our audience see them. We want to see. I know you've been pushing them away.
Yeah, can we do it in the end? Because once they come here, they will disturb.
They will disturb. They won't go again. So maybe towards the end of the video, we can do that. So we face a lot of challenges, honestly. Sometimes you are recording video, and they will just tell you if they want to take time out. They have their way of saying it. They can tell you that daddy movelo yagbe, meaning daddy I want to go to the toilet. So, but they are not really going to do anything there. So one will go, the other will now tell me, daddy, can you see daddy? Then he will go. So that's how they will be doing it. So sometimes you just need to pet them, tell them everything will be okay. I'm fond of using different tactics about, when we do this, we are going to go out, maybe we'll go and play and stuff like that. And another thing is that they are happy to do this.
Yes.
The kids are happy to be in the video.
Okay.
We have tried to explain to them, even though they are still young, we have tried to explain to them the kind of impact that they are creating out there. That they are motivating a lot of families, a lot of parents to see value in our mother tongue, So and do you mean
the three of them are really into this?
They are all into this. They are all into this. They have asked me today, Daddy, why didn't we shoot video yesterday?
Wow.
Video. Like, why didn't we do? Why are we not shooting video? I saw you speaking to our teacher yesterday, but why is the video not coming up? So they are really happy to do this. They are happy to do this. And let me just add more to what Natalia said in the beginning about the reason why we started this. I want all parents to understand one thing, that shooting video like this, putting our children's face all over internet, it's not something that came, like, it wasn't easy for us.
Until now, it's not even
Until
easy.
now, it's still not easy for us. Because we know that we are trying, I mean, we are exposing part of their privacy. Do you get the point now?
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to make this kind of hard choice. You want to keep your children at home without showing them to the world, without letting them inspire other people, or you want to put out the value out there. You want people to see value in your mother tongue. You want people to learn from you. So you have to make the choices. And this is the choice that we have made.
What you're doing for the Yoruba race in entirety is amazing, to be sincere with you. Even we in Nigeria, people that are in Nigeria, people that are in Lagos, Nigeria, do not want to teach their children that language. They feel that you have to, like, it's shameful for a 10-year-old to speak Yoruba, like, just, you know, frankly, it's like, it's the local kids that speak the language. So the posh kid gets to speak English. So, like, this is kind of a sensitive topic. When I saw it, like, there was that kind of, I've not given birth, I don't have a child yet, but there's that kind of conviction that, oh, I like this. I was even showing people. The first time, I didn't even know you were from Yacoob. So I was even showing people that I will even teach my children those, the Yoruba language. So it's really, really amazing. And thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that that the kids there, you know, I'm from Poland, he's from Nigeria, we live in Finland. I feel that by giving them the opportunity to speak their mother tongue or father tongue, like, we give them confidence as well, that they know where they come from. I think that's very important, that they can associate themselves with both cultures. And also when to me it was super important that they can communicate with the grandparents, because that's another totally different generation. And what we can teach our kids, you know, I mean, the values that we give to our kids are different that our grandparents give. You know, we in the time of internet, GPS, whatever, our parents, you know, when they agree on a meeting, they will meet by fire, by force. They don't need the phone. They can survive in every kind of situation, and the love that they give to the grandchildren, it's unconditional. Of course, we parents, they do this to kids as well, but it's different. I see a lot of value coming from the grandparents. And then when we went with Yacoob to Nigeria, I know that many friends of mine, like, we have many colleagues that have mixed marriages. And then when they take the kids to Nigeria, the kids were terrified because of the noise, because of the language that they did not understand, you know, people in general. So when Yacoob went to Nigeria, he was able to I think he felt home. Even now he's saying, like, all of them are saying, when are we going to Nigeria?
Yeah, they are crying about that every day now.
So they've been to Nigeria a couple of times.
Yacoob has been to Nigeria a couple of times. Twins, no, but Yacoob, Yacoob has been to Nigeria a few times. So, and now they are saying it all the time. Most especially Yacoob is saying it every day. He's crying about it, that he wants to go to Nigeria. He wants to go and see his grandparents. You know, he's missing them a lot. And whenever my mom calls or my dad calls, if you ask him, Yacoob, come and speak to them, he said no, he doesn't want to speak to them, because the more he speaks to them, he will miss them more. So, and he doesn't want that. So he would rather go to Nigeria, right? He just want to go to Nigeria. He doesn't want to speak to them right now. So, you know,
we have a picture because our car got broken, and then it was my husband's father that came to help us and took us to the mechanic workshop. So I have a picture when it's Yacoob, you know, like when
he was running after goats and stuff.
1.5 year old. He was helping to fix the car or something like that. Yeah. So it's like I feel that he felt like home since the very beginning. So.
Wow, that's amazing. So with all you have said, I can see that all this is achieved through your cooperation. You guys have found a midway to help each other. You have done a lot for each other, and you have not just done a lot for each other. You have done a lot for all of us, like everyone, the women especially that get to spend more time with the kids. You're amazing, sir. I see you as someone that, as a special father. It's a question, and it's kind of a crazy question. So I will just come up with it. I see you as a kind of extra father. We have a lot of fathers in Nigeria, and we see the way they treat their kids. They kind of love us, but because of the work and making money and everything, they don't get to spend much time and everything. How do you come up with this ideology? How do you find yourself as such a caring father, so to speak, or such a present father? Let me use the word present, because a lot of fathers are caring also, but you're so present in your children's life. I with what we see. So how do you get yourself there? You could have chosen otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So one thing we need to all understand is that children are always going to be more into their mother, to the father. So for a father to gain your kids' love, you need to do extra.
Yeah.
We always have to do extra. God has designed it like that. It's the way it's wired. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
So, well, I believe that if I'm not there for them, who is going to be there for them? You understand now? If I'm not there for them, who is going to be there for them? When I go to Finland, I've learned a lot of things. One thing is that as a man, you need to put your ego apart. You have to put your ego apart. You need to learn how people behave here.
Yeah.
Pick out the ones that are good for you, and those ones that are good for you when it comes to Nigerian tradition, Yoruba tradition, and culture also, and mix them together.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what I've done. That is the reason why my wife will call me an hybrid father. And that is the way. That's the way I see myself also. And children are fun to be with. That's one thing. I want all fathers to know that we can always learn a lot from our kids also. I mean, me spending more time with them, I've learned a lot from them, even though they are kids. So when you spend more time with your children, there is more advantages to it.
Yeah.
So I will kind of advise all fathers also to be there. And another thing is this: I was there when my wife gave birth to all our children. So I saw the kind of pain that women go through when they are giving birth to children. And this kind of it's really emotional for me. I can't really explain why, but you just have to be there for your children. I think back home also we need to make sure that fathers see more of this also. Maybe so for them to be more passionate about their children.
Some of them are watching, so I like what you're saying, sir.
Yeah, for them to be more passionate about their children. It's something that we need to encourage in our society. We need to make sure that fathers see what women go through also when they are giving birth to children, so that we don't just leave our children without taking care of them. Okay, from grandma? Okay. Okay, from grandma? L'office biara, mami, l'office biara, yare.
Wow.
Okay, so where were we?
We are talking to fathers, sir.
Yeah, I think that's all I have for them. So you need to learn how to create time for your children, because if you are not there for them now, if you cannot kind of foundate that kind of relationship with them now, there's no way you'll be able to do it in the future. And apart from that, my kids are biracial, so I don't want a situation whereby they will have conflicts of identity in the future. So I have to spend more time with them to imbibe them with the culture and tradition and the language, so that they will be able to stand up for themselves in the future. They will be able to connect themselves to both roots, because they are Yoruba, and at the same time they are Polish also.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is the reason why I've been there for them. This is the reason why I will continue to be there, because time will come where they will move away from here. So you know, we need to set up the foundation now. The time is now. For
Which
all
is good.
parents, you have the opportunity now to take care of your children when they are small, because children don't forget things. They don't forget things. So when they grow up, even if you have any issue, when they recollect everything that has happened when they are growing up, believe me, they will always be there for you. So this is the reason why I do this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sir, again, do you see yourself making this, teaching Yoruba something more elaborate, like not just to your own kids, but in such a way that we've seen French country. You go to a French country, you see an English person or a Nigerian, for example, own a school or something where they teach English. It's a French country. You understand?
Okay.
Do you see yourself doing anything like that where you are? Do you in future? Do you see anything? You see yourself doing
Well,
that?
never say never. You know, I can tell.
Yeah.
It might actually be too much for teaching languages, for example, even teaching Yoruba language. Well, I don't know. Maybe my wife.
Yeah, we were discussing it because we got many questions about that, and we are both entrepreneurs, so you know we have to maximize the resources that we have to like. It's all about business and it's all about impact as well. So we
Yeah.
see that we can make more impact, influence more people's life online at the moment.
Yeah.
Our kids are having private lesson, the Yoruba lesson, with the Yoruba teacher. So even my husband doesn't remember, like he was saying that the teacher
Came up with some,
teach them some certain fruits that are not available, for example, in Finland, but are available in Nigeria. And my husband would never teach them this. So I think for someone to be a Yoruba teacher, I think
you need the qualification.
yeah, the qualifications should be there because we have a mission, we have passion for that. So you know, we can motivate people, like we can drive them, we can give them, you know, yes, let's do this. But then the correct the professionals should take over.
you need the right qualification.
Yes.
You need the right qualification to do that. Yeah, I mean, even in Finland, for example, it's just I'm gonna say this because it's like advice at the same time. It's just to create awareness for our people to kind of like, you know, be more cautious about the value that our language possesses. In Europe, I don't know about other European countries, for example, but in Finland, they value you and they value your mother tongue.
Agbainaki people, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you so much.
So much.
So they actually even put more effort to foreign language. Why do they do that? Because they know when a kid speaks their mother tongue, it helps in their development. You know, so they will actually even advise us to make sure that we speak our mother tongue to our children at home. And if you have a community of people that speaks the same language, if you have like 7 families, they are ready. It's in their law that they employ the service of a Yoruba teacher or Hausa teacher or Igbo teacher, depending on the language that you speak. They will do that for you. So if foreign countries are putting up this kind of effort, then what is wrong with our country? What is wrong with our parents? Why don't we want to be seen with our language? Why do we think our language is
so disheartening? It's so disheartening,
you know,
especially for the Yoruba community. It's so disheartening.
Exactly. I've seen
the
parents
still gets to try in that arena. The Igbos,
I think Igbo people also
arena too. But the Yoruba people, if your child speaks Yoruba, In Shaki years, especially when you bring a foreign child or a child from Ibadan that speaks English fluently, then it's always like, oh, that's the first
The
child.
hype is there.
Yeah, the hype is there. Then every other child is cold, feeling they're the local ones and all that. It's always like that.
We need to start to realize the fact that our language is our power. It's the unique power that you have over any other people.
Yeah.
So we really need to start to put more effort in our language.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. My second to the last question for you, Mr. Waliusa, is I want to. It's not a question. Let me say it's not a question really. It's just about. I know you chose something. God led you, and you led yourself to choose Mrs. Natalia as the spouse. And because you people are together, that's why you're inspiring all of us. You're doing all this because you chose her. You didn't choose someone else. If you have chosen someone with a different attitude, I'm sure the result would have been different. So I want you to advise the young Nigerian guys out there. We have a lot of guys going to different countries day in, day out, choosing partners. A lot of people are not seeing the end results. They don't get to see that, oh, will this person be that person that will give that will not throw away my culture, that will not make me throw away who I am, that will not make me live in the shadow of myself. So I want you to give an advice around what guys should look out for when they are choosing a partner, especially in Finland, in different countries of the world where they are. Okay. Even we that we are women, if we get to go out there and we don't choose the one that are at home, and we get to choose the Yoruba ones, what should we look out for, sir?
Oh my goodness. Well, I will say that my advice is that you should choose to the right purpose.
Okay.
You should let love be the foundation of your relationship. I don't always, for example, for people that knows me very well, even with my siblings, I don't interfere when it comes to their relationship.
Okay.
And I have my own reason. The reason is because Yacoob,
yes, okay. It's their time to sleep now.
Wow, what time is it?
It's actually past the time. It's 8. They normally go to sleep past 7.
Wow, 7 in the evening?
Yes.
Wow.
Because they wake up at 6 about, so.
So, as I was saying, marry or go into relationship for the right purpose. Like I said, you need love is supposed to be the most important thing when you are choosing your partner. I know there will be a lot of societal influence. Influence from family member. Your friends will tell you. They can even tell you who you should marry, who you shouldn't marry. But I want you to understand the fact that it's going to be you and your partner in the end. It's going to be you and your partner. They are not going to be there. If you enjoy your relationship, it's going to be your enjoyment. If you suffer from your relationship, it's going to be your portion. So you should choose based on your instinct. Don't choose because you have some kind of pressure from parents or from friends. If I start to tell you what I went through in the beginning of our relationship, oh my God, I'll start to feel emotional. But anyway, we thank God today. Just choose the right purpose.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Purpose.
And what's your general advice for everyone out there in this kind of marriage? I have so many more questions, and I'm sure you're going to come here one of those days again.
I have one important thing to say about that. Set your ego aside. Okay? It doesn't really matter whether you are married to a foreigner, to someone from the same ethnicity, or to someone that is not from the same ethnicity.
Yeah.
Put your ego aside.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
Like I told you, we are one of the craziest couple, you know, but at the same time, we always find our way back to each other.
Together.
And this is because this relationship is based on love. You know, it's because relationship is based on love. That's why we've always been able to find
We're
our way
running out
back to
of
each other.
time. We want to hear from you too, Mrs. Natalia.
Okay. Let me call it short.
And
So
can
I
you bring
wanted,
the kids, sir? Just let them show face.
yeah.
We're running
Okay,
out of
Yacoob.
time. Just show.
Yacoob. Only gawa kia wo.
They did. Oh my God, they were painting something in the wall. I don't want to even go there.
We're running out of time.